So we are currently, yes, we are currently touring Canada right now, and things on the road have been absolutely incredible. It's like anytime you just start something, your odds of it going terrific are great, and your great experiences are phenomenal because you've only been doing it for approximately 6 hours. Yeah. But
we're just in the process of setting the bar, so it always seems like it's awesome.
Yeah.
So we'll see how the rest of the tour goes.
This whole 4 of us sitting together smiling, you've got about another 8 hours of that left. Get him out of the room if you want me in it!
So it's probably before we've actually begun the highest point of the tour. As it's a slow degrade down from here. No, not true.
It's funny because with all this experience that we've acquired over the 9 years of touring, still after one cheeseburger on the bus last night, I managed to spill on myself 3 times. Wow. So how's that for 9 years of experience, Dave? Way to go.
I think somewhere in between tame and anarchy lies our day-to-day behavior on tour. The opportunities for mischief and the opportunities for, you know, pissing people off in life are limitless. It's about the moments you choose to make the great ones fantastic.
It's about the moments for sure.
And I knew that, that sparkle in Tom's eye would start to kind of shimmer.
It's about choosing your moments.
Anything is such a crazy EP for us. I think it's such a dynamic EP, and you know, we've had the privilege of releasing a lot of music, but for us, anything as an EP really set the bar for how dynamic we were capable of being, and I think that was the most important part about putting these songs together, was pushing ourselves musically. So for us, it's been so important to not be just one thing, to never just say to ourselves, oh, we're this kind of a band, or we're just this kind of a band, because I think musically, even intellectually, as characters, as persons, as individuals, on a creative level, we can be so many different things, and I think that versatility really shines through on this album.
It was neat, the dichotomy of that, shooting that video for that song, where you have a song with such a inspirational message, such kind of an empowering message, but then we did such a tongue-in-cheek video for it. It was interesting to kind of show 2 sides of a coin.
If I had kids, I would certainly pick a favorite, and I think the same thing applies to anything, the EP. There's a track called Crazy For You on it, and it's such a fun, it was such an adventure for us to take to music in that direction, for us to explore such classic styles of music and incorporate that into what's going on in, you know, in modern times musically. I think it was a really fun venture for us, and it really just represents how far we're willing to go as far as risks taken when we're making music. Capitol Records is obviously a very historic and historic label for us. You know, when you look at their roster, when you consider everybody that's had a chance or had been through a period of frame of time with Capitol, it's always like, wow, we're finally part of a roster like that. So it's such a great feeling, and you know, we've had the chance to work with them in the past. And as we know, with the way the record industry is, it's such a revolving door. We feel like the timing couldn't be better, and it's such a great label to be part of. Sorry, can you repeat the question?
If you had one guilty pleasure on your iPod, and we stumbled into the dressing room and played it, what would it be?
I can't say that I have any guilty pleasures as far as musical tastes go.
Oh, guiltiest thing on my iPod right now? Oh man, there's some Florida Georgia Line on there right now. Actually, that's a good guilty pleasure for me because that's straight up some new school country. But the songs are great, and it's like a big old dirty rock album. So
you know which one I really like, which is similar to that, is that song. It was someone, Nelly and Tim McGraw, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. The craziest thing that's ever happened. I've found myself in various serious hospital situations on tour.
There's a lot of non-disclosure agreements still that are still valid for a few years.
There was this one time in catering where I totally took a piece of pork and I thought it was actually the fish, and I was just so freaked out because I had this like nice like au jus reduction that I used on it, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be delicious, but it was fish, not pork. I was like, au jus on fish.
Got this old blue Strat that is kind of assembled in. It's probably my desert island guitar. If I was going to take only one instrument, I'd probably just take that. Yeah. So it comes with me everywhere.
and you could surf on it.
Yeah, totally.
I can't live without my little espresso maker when I'm on tour. That little thing's been up to the Himalayan mountains, and it's been to the North Pole, and I don't think I could live without it. It's my daily driver right there, that bad boy. And the tea and the cup, the espresso cup from my grandpa. That was his old set, and it's part and parcel.
I always bring a practice pad and a pair of sticks and some paperwork lessons just to keep you doing it every day.
Oh my God,
Free the Children is an amazing organization that is essentially kids helping kids. So it's students all over the country that are banding together to raise money within their own schools to then support communities elsewhere, be it rural China, India, Ecuador, Kenya. It's a great organization to be involved with because these people are really helping communities do things within their own communities, like building schools, medical facilities, so that way people have a chance to better themselves with education. And that way, when they do go away to university at it's somewhere else, they can then bring those skills back to their original communities and help themselves.
It's not fundraisers with people in tuxedos drinking champagne. It's very much based around the dollars that these kids generate go towards these kids in other countries. So that to us really kind of resonated and was why we sort of found our home with these guys and created an incredible relationship, and we're able to really follow through with our intention as far as that desire to want to be able to, like, not so much save the world, but at least use some of the energy and potential for positivity that we have with our ability to influence the way other people think as ambassadors, to be able to open up people's eyes to what's happening in the world and show people that they do have the potential and opportunity to make a difference.
If you're watching this right now and want to be part of the change, go to www.freethechildren.com for more information.
We're releasing this EP in France, Austria, Germany, the UK, Australia, the US. So we're going to be busy for the rest of the year promoting this album, hopefully not even stopping until we record the next album. But we get so antsy that we'll tour this album until our attention span runs dry, and then we'll be like, time to make some more music again, and away we'll go. But we've got this whole year mapped out already for touring the rest of Europe and the rest of the continent. So
if we're in a town near you, please come and say hello and come to a show. We'll play for you.